You really had to be there
It's true.
to really
It's true.
understand how awesome it was.
Hi guys, this is Play It Again. I am Ginger.
And I am Mike, and I heart the 80s.
He really does heart the 80s. Believe me when I tell you guys. If Mike could have kind of, what do you call it, stranded himself within that decade forever, at least certainly musically and aesthetically,
Mm-hmm.
you would...
Give me
That
some
would've been the
sense
best
and a
thing
skinny
ever.
leather tie. Life is good.
thought he was going with skinny leather pants for a second there,
Oh,
guys. And I was
well,
getting
you
a
know,
little
Peter Murphy
excited.
was wearing skinny leather pants.
Yeah, you could pull them off.
Uh,
I think I might like to see that, actually.
oh, I see.
More than a skinny leather tie.
All right.
I also had a skinny leather tie
Oh,
in the 80s. It was my dad's tie, but I
I'd
stole
rather
it.
see you in skinny leather pants too.
You have in fact seen that. Just saying.
I know how good it is.
Anyway, whew, enough about us.
Men without hats.
Okay, so I was a little bit blown away when I saw this, and I thought, is this AI? And then I noticed it's from their official channel, so I'm like,
You know what that means. You can
That it's
dance if you
real?
want to.
you can leave your friends behind
That's right.
because your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. That's for sure.
I don't dance the hardest of all.
It's true. It's true. Okay, so I have to admit that I have always had a soft spot in my heart for this band, particularly for that song. It's never come on and I don't dance. It's that
Pop
simple.
Goes of the World is really catchy too.
I've never been a Pop Goes to the World fan, I can't lie. I always found that one a little bit too much. But yeah. So, Men Without... Hey, are these guys from Montreal?
Yes.
Are you impressed that I
I'm
remembered
impressed. Very good.
that? Wow. So the Canadian in me is coming out.
Eh?
Eh?
Coming out, eh?
Anyway, so what's this called? Oh yeah, I Heart the 80s.
All right.
You started with that and I forgot.
Let's go.
I love the 80s.
Me too. Where's all his hair?
It's in the 80s.
I remember so much fun back in 1981. Ain't no place I'd rather be except for 1983. Everybody felt alive back in 1985.
Great year for music.
Everything was just like heaven. It was 1987. Boombox, new wave, neon, press play.
Oh, I thought he was going with cocaine.
Of the 80s. The decade that made me. Terminator, come and save me.
I don't think it works that way.
Gentlemen and ladies, I love the 80s. Tell you what I'm gonna do.
Tell me.
Party like it's 82. Dancing safely across the floor. Like we did in 84.
Those roller skates.
Brand new record by the Fix. Sounds like 1986. Get your Walkman, grab a tape. Market 1988. Moonwalk, arcade, two tops, live aid. I love the 80s. The decade that made me. Terminator, come and save me. Latch came crazy, crazy about the 80s. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Bass rock the world. La, 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 la.
So that gal in there didn't look like she was even born in that decade.
It's true. But lots of kids these days love the 80s too.
It's true. I'm very pleased with bands like Gunship where they seem to like those. There's no way those peeps experience the 80s for real, but they have a love for it and bring it out. It's so nostalgic to watch their videos. Like this one, actually. Right? It was good. I really enjoyed that. It was wicked fun. You know what this means?
What?
We're those old people now that are reminiscing about the good old days. Right? I still think he missed an opportunity when he didn't make that rhyme, the word cocaine.
It's true.
Because let's be honest, that was the defining quality of the 80s. It really was. I attribute all of the good things that happened in the 80s to the widespread use of cocaine.
Caffeine, alcohol, nicotine, cocaine.
And then now you know why the 80s was such a great decade.
You didn't need to take the cocaine personally. Just the other people doing it.
Around. Just that there were some people doing it, and those people came up with some really friggin' good ideas. That's all I'm saying.
And implemented.
And quite a bit of good music.
They were on cocaine. They implemented.
It's true. Those were doers. You had the cocaine doers in the 80s, and then we moved into the 90s, and we got the slack-jawed weed smokers. Right, that did nothing but sit on the couch, but in the 80s, nobody was sitting on the couch.
That's right.
Nobody. They were dancing on the ceiling.
Well,
that's what I hear.
Maybe that was just Lionel.
No, there were more people than Lionel in that video I saw.
It's true. Fair enough.
Anyway, that was fun. That I would have never recognized them. Not in a million years.
Well, the sound.
It's been a long time. Yes, the sound. Yeah. But they've matured.
Yes. Well,
he reminds me of a couple of my peeps on X.
And also George Carlin.
I can see what you mean. Yes, but without the... I've never been a George Carlin fan.
I know. You don't have to get into that.
No, I don't.
There's a physical resemblance.
It's true. That was fun.
Did you notice how the synth riff was similar? It wasn't the same, but similar to Safety Dance?
Of course.
All right.
Yes, and then
the whole Pop Goes the World
exactly,
reference later.
Right? Yeah, there was so much of it. The whole song was a big just homage to everything that came before.
Like shouting out the fix even, not even just his own
Crazy.
material.
You're going to have some people that are going, what does he mean by tapes? Grab your tapes. It's like, oh, I could explain it to you, but it won't make any sense.
1989 got no love though. I heard him do 1 3 5 7 2 4 6 8.
Jesus, you were keeping track?
Yeah. Well, I noticed at first it was all the odd numbers. Then I go, what? Did he not like the even years? But then he went back and started at 82. I was keeping track. That's how I roll.
Every once in a while, the autist in you starts to really shines.
Just be glad it's not weaponized.
Well, I don't know. Your mileage may vary about whether or not it's weaponized against me. I'm just teasing, guys. It's impressive, actually, that you were able to keep track. I was just enjoying the song.
That was good fun, man.
It was good fun.
You know what? Even those kids that appreciate the 80s and do the synth wave and all that kind of stuff really, really missed out. You really had to be there.
It's true.
To really understand how awesome it was.
It's funny because you see some things, like so much has come back to sort of revive the feel of the 80s. Stranger Things is a perfect example, right? And you have all the newer generations, like our kids, that loved that show and other things like it that revived so much of that 80s feel. And you think to yourself, it's really sad that they only get to experience it sort of secondhand through dramatizations, whereas we were like right there. But the fact that our kids could watch something like that and be totally immersed in the idea of how great it was then is proof positive that it really was that great.
I mean, not to get all socio-political on you or anything, but a lot of that has to do with we actually physically interacted with each other in the 80s, and kids these days don't.
I don't know about that because the truth is I don't look at my parents' experiences through their decades and think to myself, oh wow, that was really cool, I'd love to do that. I wish I had been there. I never do
No,
that.
but that's what I'm saying. The difference is, like our parents, we went out and did things with our friends. We went to the movies every Tuesday and every weekend, and like we're with our friends in person. These days, it's all online. They're all disconnected. Nobody knows how to make a phone call. Like it's the real big difference between kids now and teenagers in the 80s.
I guess that's true.
So maybe they look back and they go, look at all those people living in the moment, having fun, and
Then again,
talking to each other.
I'm kind of with our kids on the whole no phone calls thing, because I'm that person that it's like I don't answer a phone call on my phone ever. Or I said,
It's
no,
true.
text me.
Yes.
But I do FaceTimes.
There have been cultural changes.
It's true.
As a result.
It's true. But I love these little bits of reminiscence. But every time I see them, they make me feel just older. So
We had good times once upon a time,
we
Ginger.
did. Well, we still do.
Now we have
just
tropical paradise.
Different kinds of good
That's
times
right.
now.
It's not so bad.
I had toucans in the trees today, guys. So that's where I'm at now. We've moved on from cocaine dreams to toucans in the trees.
Nice.
All right. So I
Maturing
don't know.
with style, Ginger.
Was that?
Maturing with style.
I guess so. If you saw what I'm wearing on my feet, style would not be the choice of word. But this is the magic of Hollywood, guys. You only get to see this part. All right. So enough about that. Why don't you just play that again?